Hi, ever wonder what it's like to work another profession or live in the underworld? Listen to unsuspecting riders give a 10 to 15 minute personal masterclass as I spontaneously interview them as they enter my taxi. I'm your host, Simon Rushton, and this is Taxi Chronicles. Morning. Yes, we're back with another rider, another episode. Today we have the lovely lady. I've just forgotten her name. But she's in a taxi and she's going to tell us about her podcast through work and that how she's been a big part of it and what it's all about. So it's a promotional, you could say it's a promotion, but you know, as Taxi Chronicles, we support all manner of things. So nice to have you here today, lovely lady. You can say your name.
Thank you. My name is Amy.
Amy, yes, sorry. It's been a long day. So Amy, before we start, tell us, what kind of person were you when you were at school?
I was a nerd. Definitely a nerd. Teacher's pet.
Okay. Were you a quiet nerd?
I started off quiet, I think. By sixth form I was definitely a bit more boisterous. A bit bossy.
Oh, bossy. So you're still a nerd, but you was a bossy nerd.
Yeah.
So what changed then, Amy?
Probably confidence.
Yeah, but where did that come from? Where did that sudden confidence come from?
Puberty?
Okay.
Don't know.
Okay. All right, don't worry. So when did you realise you wanted to be in the events industry?
Quite early on, I think, because I like I said, I'm bossy, and I like to feel like I know what I'm doing and put that to good use. So being organised and being kind of good at time management, good at telling people what to do is now what I do for a living, which is great.
Okay. What route of education did you take?
I started off normal school, grammar school actually.
What GCSEs? Did you take any specific GCSEs to get into the industry?
No, I did the normal maths, English, sciences, some humanities, so history, geography.
And you got C's and above?
I did.
Okay.
I got 10 A's and a B.
Ooh, check out the big brains of Amy. Okay, so when you went on to do A-levels?
Yeah, I did.
What A-levels did you do?
Did
you do these A-levels with the events industry in mind?
No, I decided I just wanted to do what I enjoyed, which was business and economics, physics, computing and English literature.
That's 4, yeah?
Yeah.
What? Amy's not playing around. You really were a geek. Okay. Well, I'm happy for you. And that all went well. So you got A's in all of them?
No, I got a B in physics, B in computing, and then an A in English and business.
Okay. All right, I hear you. And from that, you went on to do what degree?
I did an English literature degree.
Okay. And then it was finito. Then it's time to
Yeah,
work.
and then I got an internship at where I work now.
Mm-hmm.
And then had about 3 months in between interning and went for a few travels and then came back and started, which was great.
Okay, that's good. So what have you learnt in the industry that you wish you knew when you had started?
Weirdly, someone asked me this earlier today, so that's a random question. But I think one of the main tips I gave was, even if you don't know what you're talking about, just pretend that you do, and people will respect you for the confidence that you have rather than cowering away.
Okay, that's interesting because some people say truth is the best policy. Just say, I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, I do. I think there's a mix of that, and having the confidence to say, I don't know the answer right now, but I'll get back to you, is better than fumbling across an answer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's a bit... dicey. I would say that. But I understand where you're coming from on that kind of thing. So, give us what would be your tips to somebody who wants to go into the industry? What are the main skills or personality-wise you need as an events coordinator and manager?
Time management and project management is a big one. So understanding what it is you need to complete and by when and who needs to work on that and what it is they're doing. Sort of, I guess, having a knowledge across a range of areas of a project that you know how to deliver that and when to deliver it. That was a lot of words, but that kind of made sense.
No, as long as it makes sense. Now you know that you love events management. Is there any route of education you would have changed? So if you're speaking to a younger person and they know they want to be in events management from a younger age, what form route of education would you recommend?
Definitely something to do with business. So I did business and economics, but I think that kind of knowledge of business is essential. And I think any subjects that show that you can write, and general kind of mathematics as well, budget management, that kind of thing. But I would always just say do what you love.
In the events business, are you searching for work yourself? As in, you're working for a company, you'll go out searching to try and win contracts, or are you just assigned?
The level I'm at the moment, I don't personally go out and look for other contracts. I just join kind of a client accounts and run the events that way.
Okay. So the people who search for work, is that a different job, a different department?
It's kind of my bosses.
Okay. All right. Okay. But they've all worked their way up from where you are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I'm just getting a bigger picture for the listeners. Everybody understands what's the job's entitled. So moving along, you've started a podcast. What's the name of the podcast?
It's called Changemakers.
And why? And whose idea was it? Was it your idea? Was it?
No, it was my colleague's idea. And then one of our bosses, he's the host. And it's just about interviewing people who have made a difference in their line of work, and that could be from former prime ministers to royalty to amazing business leaders.
You've had all those people on your podcast?
Yes.
So you had Prince Charles?
No, not quite.
Who did you have?
We had...
name drop in here.
I know. And now you've worried me that she's not been on yet, but we've had Eugenie, I think.
Who?
Princess Eugenie.
I don't know who she is.
She's Andrew's daughter.
Oh, the paedophile one?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
I've also met him once.
Oh, the paedophile one. That's probably not the best one, the best person to
Yeah,
with.
maybe I shouldn't name drop that one.
That's something you talk about like you're proud of. Okay, now you've just lost all the listeners. Okay, who else? Prime ministers. What other prime ministers have you had?
So it's not on yet, but we should have Gordon Brown at some point soon.
Okay.
We've had some cool authors. So Michael Morpurgo. Don't know if you've heard of him.
What's he write about?
He's a children's author.
Okay. So yeah, just people of interest. I see what you mean. People of interest. It's a niche audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I respect that. I understand that. Okay.
It was also something we started as a kind of alternative to physical events, and some way of bringing content to people. We only started it right at the beginning of the pandemic.
Okay.
So
how's it been doing?
It's good. I don't know the viewing figures off the top of my head, but it is slowly growing.
Yeah, but it happens. Yeah, it's like my podcast has been slowly growing over time. So there's only one host, or?
Yeah, only one host.
Okay, so you're the lady behind the scenes.
Yeah, I'm one of them. Yeah.
You know Joe Rogan?
Heard of him, yeah.
Okay, because you would be the Jamie. Jamie, this guy, he's just on the computer. You barely ever see Jamie. He's doing computer stuff and stuff behind the scenes. Okay, that's interesting. So what does the future hold for you then?
What, work-wise or just in general? Well, work-wise, I love what I do. I'll stick at it for a while, but I do want to have like a break at some point to go travelling, see the world a little bit. Maybe a dream of mine is to live in Singapore for a year, so hopefully do that at some point. And eventually move away from London, but don't know when that will be.
You go and get your special passport?
Yeah, my special vaccine passport.
Yeah, we can go and buy one from someone. Some student probably making them on the internet.
Yeah, I will wait until things open up before I bugger off, but yeah.
I hear you. Okay. Well, it's been an interesting conversation. My last question is this. What's the impact you want to have on the world?
Oh, wow.
Question, I know.
That's deep. I don't know if I want to have a massive impact on the world. I'd like to have an impact on the people around me. So, having great friends and that I can help and support throughout their lives, but also start a family.
Okay.
Eventually. Not yet.
Take the vaccination then. But if you're having an impact on people around you, you're having an impact on the world.
Yeah.
You've had an impact on me. Yeah, of course. I've met you. You've explained your industry.
Yeah.
I've got an insight. Next time somebody gets in the car, I will say to them, listen to Amy's episode. If you want to be an events management, she can coordinate with you and and then you can understand what it takes.
Yeah.
To be an events manager.
Yeah, well.
There you are.
Yeah, feel free. Well, maybe you should come on our podcast. Now I've been on yours.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot for that, Amy.
Thanks.
And we wish you well. That's it. We hope you liked that interview. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to get the latest daily episode. Ever considered investing in the continent with the fastest growing economy and population on Earth? The same continent that holds 30% of the world's known natural resources? Then listen to our sister podcast, Africa Investor Stories, where you will hear real investors with real stories from around the world share their experience of investing in Africa. We post Monday and Thursday at 10 a.m.